Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Five Large Fries. Now, today's video we're going to be talking about Sha Lin, and has he been nerfed already? Now, in order to understand why he's been nerfed, we need to talk about his kit so you can understand exactly what's going on. So, Sha Lin is this bow and arrow guy who has gravity fall off on his arrows, so the longer you hold down your fire button, the longer the further your arrow is going to travel and the more damage you're going to be dealing. That's pretty cool. Now, his secondary fire is called the Impaler Arrow, and this is where the changes were made. Now, what this will do, like from now on, is it will do what it was originally intended to do. So, for example, when you shoot at an enemy and hit them with this Impaler Arrow, they'll be knocked back, and if they hit a wall, they'll be stunned. I think that's a cool mechanic, but what this Impaler Arrow also did is if you use it to hit a wall, so you fire this Impaler Arrow at a wall, or maybe the floor or something, you'll actually spawn a pillar which will block enemy movement. It also looked like it had a health bar, so obviously it could be destroyed by the enemy as well, which I think was a really cool mechanic, but they've taken that away. And in a quote from Dry Bear, he says, "After feedback from the patch announcement, we have removed his pillar mechanic and improved the planted rapid fire to simplify his kit." Now, let's talk about his rapid fire really quickly, seeing as I've brought it up there quickly, and then we'll talk about his pillar and why I think that's a nerf. So the rapid fire is basically what his Q ability would have done, or what it does even, is he plants it down, so basically he roots himself into, well, where he's standing, and his drawback on his bow is reduced by 65%, and he'll just rapid fire this bow. Now, I think that's a really cool mechanic. Now, what I think they've probably done here, so they said that they've improved the planted rapid fire. I think what they probably would do there is they would probably increase the reduction on the drawback. So instead of it being 65, it might be 75, for example. I think that's how they're going to change it, because, that's kind of like the build up to, using it, because it sounds like as soon as you use this ability, it's, you draw back and it's just ping, 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 ping kind of thing. So that's a bit of a shame, though. Going back to his pillar, sorry, is I enjoyed the mechanic. I think a lot of people would have gotten to grips with it very quickly, and it would have made for so many different clutch plays. Say, for example, if you're being chased, you put this pillar down and then you just like run away and you can get the drop on someone. I think it's a shame that they've taken that out of his kit. I really hope that they do put it back, but personally, it looks like they're not going to. Now, his ultimate is really cool. It's a really cool concept. So what this will do is you'll enter stealth for about 8 seconds, and you have a 50% reduction on the drawback on your bow, which is pretty insane. So you can fire this in stealth as well, by the way. You fire in your ultimate, you can fire this bow in your stealth, but what will happen is every time you fire your bow, you'll spawn a clone of where you were for 2 seconds, which is really cool. And that actually, talking about spawning clones, is part of his F ability, where he will dart backwards, enter stealth for a brief period of time, and where he originally was, he will spawn a clone. So this could be really funny for spawning multiple of these clones on the field, which is pretty cool. I love his kit. I absolutely, the character looks like he's going to be really fun to play. I'm just really disappointed that the pillar mechanic has just been taken away. I think, personally, that's nerfed him a little bit. I think that was one of the things that made him very strong. Obviously, we can't judge because we haven't had the chance to play with Sha Lin, or Sha Lin even, or however you want to pronounce him. So that's basically it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it. It would help me out so much. Obviously, subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you in the next video.